Hi guys, welcome back to another weekly analysis video. And in this video, again, we'll be talking about how gold reacted in the last week and what you can expect from gold in the coming week. So let's just get into it right away. Like we analyzed in the last week's video, that you know, gold might take out this high for sure, and then it will also take out this high for sure. We also said that it will take out this high, which is the last lower high, and it pretty much did. It just didn't give a good closing above that high, but it did take out that high. And this week again, and also in the last week's video, I said that around here, somewhere around here, that gold will give a good move, and it did give 200 pips ka move. And then like gold decides to drop down for the week, create a lower wick, and then takes out the high, and then takes out this high as well, like we expected it to do so. Now, here, over here, for the next week, for the coming week, what gold is really doing right now is it is in a range, and it is in a range at a very important zone if you look at it. You know, if you look at the zone in H4, this is a pretty important zone. This whole thing, you can even extend it like this. You'll see over here as well. It is in a pretty important zone. See, look over here again. Look at this again. So it is at an important resistance right now, gold, and it is in a range. In H4, it is in a range. Even in H1, it is in a very decent range. So now, what I would really expect from gold is that for this coming week, if gold decides to break this range by going shorter, I would really, I would really look at this zone as good buys. My bias is still bullish. It is very bullish for gold. This whole zone is a big zone, I'll agree, but you could do something like this as well over here. Minimize the zone, and if it's still 200 pips zone, then just wait for a break of structure to happen. And once the break of structure happens, or maybe do a swing, you could swing it easily in like small quantities, obviously. So that is my thing. If gold gives a breakdown towards the downside, which I don't think could happen, but if it does, then that's the only zone that I can see right now. And if that zone fails, then it is for sure taking out this low as well. And but I really am expecting gold, honestly, to break it on the upside and do something like this for the next week. That is what I'm expecting. And if it does that, I I'm really looking for it to take out this high. This was the last high, and if gold takes out this high, it will be very evident that gold wants to go higher. Higher until where? Higher until this zone. Higher until higher until this zone. 4,970, or even maybe 5,000. Yeah, somewhere around this. But it is pretty evident that gold is looking to go over here for the next week. So my bias is still bullish. My bias is still that it will take out this high, this high in H4. It is this high. It will take out this high. It will move it will move until here in the zone between 4,965 to 5,040 something. So that is what I am thinking for now, but I would really and if you talk about the range, let's just go to lower time frames for a minute. If we talk about the zones that are in the range, it would pretty much be that there are only buys from only buys over here. There are only and only these buys are available. For now, this is all that I can see. But again, it could also be taken out if gold is really wanting to go lower. But if gold's intentions are to stay in the range or give an upside breakout, then this range could do wonders. Again, like don't trade this range that uh with that confidence, because again it's in a range. I agree that it has given internal BOSs, a lot of it, but still, you know, trade if you want to trade. I would like personally avoid it because it's still in the range. But if you want to trade, put your half quantities over here. In fact, I'll write it down, okay? Half quantity zone. You could trade your half quantity zone here. I wouldn't risk more than 1:2 because that is exactly what happened in the uh, last week's zone that we planned. So something like this. It's also nice. It's looking decent. So this is what my plan would be. But yeah, so that is that. My views are still bullish. Gold could, for the first half of the week, maybe try to come down. And if it does, then that would also be a little evident that it wants to take out this high in the later half of the week. But we'll see what happens. We'll plan nicely this whole week. It was a roller coaster ride. We did the NFP good. We got 200. We captured 200 pips, and the whole week, throughout the whole week, our direction was perfectly right, except one or two times. And gold just like stopped us out, and then continued to move into our direction. But anyways, it's okay. We are still up for the month. We are in positive, and I am positive personally as well. And we learn. That's all. It's in a range. The zone could work. You could even look at M30. So not a okay. M30 isn't that valid, but M15 kind of valid. So you could do that. But yeah, see you in tomorrow's stream, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye bye.